Hi, Julie Rader here with the update about the Pisces full moon happening on Saturday, September 10th at 17 degrees of Pisces and Virgo. And it's occurring at 2:59 a.m. for those of us Pacific time. So really like Friday night, in the middle of the night, early morning before we wake up on Saturday. This is happening just hours after Mercury stations retrograde in Libra. So what this means is that we will have a taste of this Mercury retrograde stationed energy, which at the time that Mercury stations to go retrograde or direct, we actually feel that energy. It's magnified even more. So this is going to be part of the stamp of this full moon energy. Along with this Pisces full moon is, so the moon in Pisces is making a beautiful, harmonious aspect called a sextile, which is an aspect of opportunity, a beautiful positive opportunity to Uranus and the North Node, which have been conjunct. So what this means is that this full moon can really give us an opportunity to grow something, maybe grow something Taurian in our life, maybe physically Taurian, maybe we are harvesting, we're going toward the equinox, which is a time of harvest. Maybe we are harvesting some vegetables or fruits that we started growing in the spring. Maybe we are harvesting something from a financial standpoint because again, Taurus rules the financial system as well as food supply. Uranus, you never know what it's going to be with Uranus. It's basically expect the unexpected. But with it being a sextile, it's a more positive energy. North Node is a karmic activation. It is about magnifying. It is about really like our true north. So with this Pisces full moon, it is vitally important that we stay in a positive mindset, that we vision board, that we envision, which is Pisces, what it is we want to be true in our lives. Let's go back and revisit Mercury's retrograde. We have a lot of planets retrograde right now, and Mars will be going retrograde shortly as well. So why not go back and revisit the intentions you made at the Pisces new moon, which was at the end of February. Look back at any intentions or what was happening at the end of February, beginning of March. What was going on in your life? Is it coming to fruition? What can you revisit? What can you revise? What can you go through and refine? What do you no longer need? What can you pull out of that and make the vision even more concrete, even more focused on what it is you want to be true? The Pisces full moon is really about shining a light on our inner vision, on our dreams, and really radiating them out into the world. Let's go through and see how it's going to affect each of you and your signs. So again, if you know your moon and your rising, listen to all three because I will give you more of a big picture view of how this Pisces full moon will be affecting you. And remember, it's happening at 17 degrees. So you want to look at your chart and see if you have any planets at 17 degrees, specifically of Pisces or Virgo, then it will really be affecting it. But if you have any planets at 17 degrees of any signs, or give or take a few signs on either side, a few degrees either side, then it will be somehow impacting you in one way or another. So if you have anything at 17, or let's say really like 14 to 21 degrees of any of the water signs, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio, then it's going to be making a harmonious trine. It's going to be really positively impacting you. The sun then will be trining anything in the earth signs. So anything in Virgo or Taurus. Or Capricorn as well. So see if you have any planets around 17 degrees of any of those, and it will be impacting you the most. Okay, for Aries, this full moon is happening in your 12th house. You may feel more tired than usual. You may feel like you need a little bit more sleep. I would encourage you around this full moon, so really over the weekend, to get more rest on that Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Maybe retreat a little bit more. Maybe get away and go on a retreat, some kind of spiritual retreat. This next full moon is going to be occurring in your sign. So allow yourself to kind of go inward, gather your energy, clear out. This is a great full moon for you to cleanse, declutter, get rid of all the things that are no longer working in your life and that you no longer need. Taurus is happening for you in your 11th house. It's shining a light on your friendships. It's shining a light on the tribes of people that you spend time with. If you have social media channels, it's shining a light on that as well. So going through, revising, and it's shining a light on what's working, what isn't working. So go through, it's making the sextile to Uranus in the North Node. So if it is something to do with your social media channels, then really look at that. And there could be something that sparks and is really activated at this time as well. Gemini, this is happening for you in your 10th house. It is shining a light on your career. Go back to the spring, look at what your career goals were at that time, and then go through, revise, and re-implement what it is you want to be true in your career. Weed out what is no longer working and make space for a new vision to manifest. Cancer, this is happening for you in your 9th house. This is the house of spirituality. This is the house of higher learning. This is the house of anything international or even relocation. So shining a light on all of these areas and see what's going on in your life. Leo, this is happening for you in your 8th house. It's a deep psychological house. It's also the house of other people's money. So shining a light maybe if you're applying for a loan, maybe that comes to fruition at this time. Or maybe it's shining a light on some deep psychological things that you've shoved deep down that need to come to the surface so that they can be released and you can shine your light brightly like you are meant to. Virgo, this is impacting you in a big deal. It's the sun is in Virgo directly opposing the moon. That's what makes it a full moon. So this is in your 7th house. This is your needs versus another person's needs. This is all about relationships. So really looking at your relationships, shining a light upon them, what's working, what isn't, make the necessary adjustments. Libra, this is happening for you in your 6th house, which is all about health and daily routines. Take a good look at the substances you're putting in your body, the daily routines, your exercise, and what do you need to implement? What do you need to release? What toxins are you putting in your body that you need to let go of? What routines would serve you well to start implementing? Also, this area of pets, shining a light on those areas as well. Scorpio, this is for you in your 5th house. This house of children. This is the house of romance and dating. This is also the house of entrepreneurship or creativity, shining a light on all of these areas. Maybe there's something going on where if you have children, your children are wanting more attention and looking at that. Maybe you're wanting to have children and shining a light on that. Maybe, perhaps, it is time for you to get out there and start dating and putting yourself out there in that way. Sagittarius, this is in your 4th house. This is all about home and family. So shining a light. Are you happy with where you're living? Are you happy with the relationships you have in your family relationships? You may be really looking at your home in a new light. Maybe you decide it's time to move. you're Sagittarius. Maybe it's time for a big move. So really shining a light, seeing what's working, seeing what isn't working with the sextile to Uranus. It could bring about something that comes about suddenly. Capricorn, this is happening for you in your third house. This is shining a light on siblings. It's shining a light on your neighborhood. It is shining a light on teaching and learning and social media and all communication aspects. With Mercury going retrograde, it's be really aware of driving at this time, because the third house is also cars. Definitely not a time to buy or purchase a new car for any of us, but especially you, Capricorn. Aquarius, this is happening in your second house. It is shining a light on your finances and your possessions. At this full moon, go through, take a good look at your finances. Are they where you want them to be? Go through, revisit your financial goals. Also, looking at your possessions, what is broken? Get rid of it. What do you no longer need? Get rid of it. Get rid of the things that are not quality so that you can make space in your life for what it is you do want. And finally, last but certainly not least, Pisces. This is happening for us in our first house. This is our full moon. It is really shining a light on you, Pisces, on your health, on your body, on every area of your life. Go through around your birthday. What were your solar return intentions? Revisit them, revise them, and refine them. Get rid of what is no longer an intention for you. Look at what is already manifested or manifesting at this time, and go through and re-envision what it is you want to be true. Great time for looking at past vision boards too, or maybe it's your Pisces full moon, make a new one. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen. Like the video, subscribe, share it, and I'll see you in the next video.